Alhamdulillah. Dear second year students, today we are having a vocabulary lesson. We will start with our students book on page 55. This is a matching exercise. We have some expressions with the word must and the word least. For example, we have in the least, we have at least, last but not least, least of all, to say the least, make the most of, at most, most of all. So we have some expressions with most and least. Now we want to read these sentences together and try to match these expressions with most and least with their meanings on the right. Let's start with number one. I thought the book would be nice, but it wasn't in the least interesting. So at first I thought it would be nice, but it wasn't interesting in the least. It wasn't interesting at all. I discovered that it wasn't interesting at all. So the expression in the least means at all. So the answer is A. In the least means at all. Children should drink at least 2 glasses of milk per day, every day. Children should drink at least 2 glasses. So they may drink more, 3 or 4, but at least 2. So what does it mean? It means not less than. So they shouldn't drink 1 or 1.5. No, at least 2. So at least means not less than. So the answer is D. Let's move to number 3. I want to thank my friends Ali, Saif and Amir, and last but not least Hamza. When we use the expression last but not least, we mean that it is as important as those who I mentioned before. So Amir is as important as Ali, Saif, and Hamza is as important as Ali, Saif, and Amir, despite being mentioned after them, but it is as important as them. It is not less important. So when we say last but not least, we mean importantly, with the same importance for all their support. So the answer is F, as important as the rest. Nobody believed his story, least of all the police, especially the police. Nobody, all of us, we didn't believe the story, least of all the police, especially the police. So least of all means especially not. So the answer is C. It's an awful restaurant. It's a very bad restaurant. The food is tasteless. It wasn't tasty, to say the least. What does this expression mean? It means that I have more things to say, but this is the least thing I can say. So when we use to say the least, it means that I have more to say, but I don't want to mention it. So as you say, هذا أقل ما يقال, to say the least. So not to say everything that I could say. I have many things. I have a lot of things to say, but this is the least thing I can say. I plan to make the most of my holiday and spend my time relaxing. To make the most of something, it means to make the maximum benefit or the maximum advantage, to enjoy as much as I can. This make the most of means to make the maximum advantage, to make the maximum benefit, to enjoy as much as I can. So I plan to make the most of my holiday. It means that to get the most advantage or the maximum advantage or the maximum benefit from this holiday. We will stay in Dubai for 10 days at most. At most means no more than 10 days. Not 11 days, not 12 days. We can stay 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, but no more than or not more than 10 days. So at most 10 days, at most it means no more than 10 days. So at most means no more than or not more than. The thing I liked most of all about the book was the second chapter. Here he means that he liked chapter 1, he liked chapter 3, he also liked chapter 4 and chapter 5, but he liked the second chapter most of all, more than the other chapters. So you can say I like, for example, I like fruit. I like oranges, I like apples, I like bananas, and most of all, I like watermelon. It means that I like watermelon more than the others. So most of all means more than anything else. Now let's move to page 48 in our workbook, page 48, exercise A. It's the same exercise, so it won't take much effort of you. Here we have the same expressions with must and with least. So try to concentrate with me, please. I thought I'd be exhausted. I'd be very tired after climbing the mountain. So I climbed the mountain. I thought I would be very tired or exhausted, but I wasn't tired at all. I wasn't tired at all. So at all, where is the meaning here? So I wasn't tired at all. So I wasn't tired in the least. I wasn't tired in the least. You should the trip to the Caribbean and enjoy yourself as much as possible. So to enjoy as much as possible, it means to make the most of. إنك تحاول تستفيد بأقصى قدر. Steve isn't hard working. He doesn't work hard. I have many things to say about him, but I don't want to mention everything. So he's lazy. This is enough. I don't want to say more. So he's lazy to say the least. I have much to say. I have more to say about him. But he's lazy to say the least. This is the least thing to be said about him. What I liked about the chalet. What is a chalet? Chalet is a kind of houses. It's a wooden house used for holidays, especially in the desert or in the mountains. So a chalet is a kind of wooden house used for holidays, especially in the mountain or in the desert. What I liked about the chalet where we stayed was the view of the snowy mountains from the window. So I liked many things. But what I liked more than anything else. So what I liked, yes, most of all. What I liked most of all. Nobody was in favor of Jack's idea. Nobody liked the idea. Nobody supported the idea. Nobody agreed to the idea. Nobody liked the idea. James, who thought it was absolutely impractical. Impractical غير عملية. وخاصة James. Especially James. Especially is least of all. Least of all, especially James. We have 10 days to finish the project. So it means that we have no more than 10 days. We should finish the project in 10 days. Yes, at most. At most. Number 7. I would like to thank all the employees. Employees are the people who work in a place, for example, in a school, in a hospital, in a company, in a factory, the employees, for their hard work. So, yes, as important as what I have said before. So it's last but not least. Last but not least. أخيرا وليس إيه. Yes. The car has been badly damaged. The car had been badly damaged. So it will cost you $1,000 to repair it. على الأقل. Yes. At least. At least. Now let's move to the next exercise. We have here some expressions. We want to match them together, then use them in these sentences. We have number 1, go, and number 3 also go. Which of these words matches the word go here? Yes, go hysterical. Yes, go hysterical. It means go crazy. Go also go wrong. When something goes wrong, it means that there is a mistake. Go wrong. Now let's check the other words. Can't. Can't help, or can't rid of, or can't an effort. Yes, can't help. When you can't help doing something, it means that you cannot control yourself. You cannot control your behavior. Let's move to the word get. We still have two expressions, rid of and an effort. When you get rid of something, it means that you no longer need it. So you don't want it. So you want to get rid of it. You want to throw it away. When you make an effort, it means that you try to do something. You try to do something. Here we are going to use these expressions to complete the sentences. But please be careful. We want to use the correct form. Maybe we use going. Maybe we use went. Maybe we use goes. Okay? Maybe we use making. Okay. I finally, my old car, and bought a new one. So look at this word, bought. It's in the past. So I think this expression here would be in the past also. I finally, my old car, and bought a new one. So maybe I sold it. Maybe I threw it away. So I finally what? Yes, got rid of. تخلصت من. I finally got rid of my old car and bought a new one. I really don't know what with my chemistry experiment. I had a chemistry experiment, but I found a mistake in the experiment. So something, yes, went wrong. Something went wrong. There was a mistake with the chemistry experiment. Mark, when he realized that someone had stolen his briefcase. A briefcase is a kind of bag where you put your important documents. الوثائق أو الأوراق المهمة. So Mark, what happened to him? Yes, Mark, but realized it's in the past. Mark goes or went? Yes, went hysterical. He went crazy. He was crazy when he realized that someone had stolen his briefcase. Henry is a serious to exercise daily. Henry is what? Henry is making a serious effort. Is making a serious effort. He is trying to exercise daily. I know I shouldn't have laughed when I saw Adam wearing that ridiculous hat. But I just did. I shouldn't have laughed, but I couldn't control myself. So I couldn't help. I couldn't help. Now let's move to exercise C on page 48 in our workbook. Here we have some words. We want to put them in the suitable place. I'll do some of them with you and you're going to do the rest as homework. I love my little brother, but sometimes he really me up the wall. Yes, he really drives me up the wall. When you drive someone up the wall, it means that you make him angry. Yes. Just the other day, we were walking home from school when we into some of the guys. When we meet someone by chance, we say run into. So we ran into some of the guys from the football team. We all started walking together since we were all going in the same direction. Suddenly, my brother felt lying a joke on me. Yes, to play a joke on someone, it means that you want to say a joke about him or to make fun of him. This is enough for today. You're going to complete exercise C as homework. This is the end of this video. Till we meet at other videos, thank you and goodbye.